Okay, Congressman Mike Waltz, the ominous red background there. Mike is, of course, a Republican from Florida, and he joins me now. Congressman, let's begin with your response to President Biden's claim that essentially the MAGA Republicans are a threat to this country's democracy.
Well, look, I guess if having record tax reform, veterans reform, justice reform, securing our border, Middle East peace, and a pivot on China to deal with our greatest adversary, and, oh, by the way, rebuilding and strengthening our military. If that makes me a MAGA Republican, then I'll take that all day long, because that's actually delivering results that made Americans' lives better and safer. So, look, this was just the beginning of clearly Biden wants to keep Trump in the headlines. This sounded like his campaign launch against President Trump. And anytime he can keep President Trump in the headlines rather than his failings as a president and the progressive left's failings for this country, this is what you're going to see. And it's amazing that it was all predicated by, I guess, the world's biggest coincidence with an FBI raid on Mar-a-Lago.
All right, we could get into that, but I want to move on to this subject, Congressman. You're not the first to point it out. Taiwan's government, I want to get to this issue, has warned that China has been conducting simulated attacks on U.S. warships. As a Green Beret and a member of the House Armed Services Committee, what should our response be? This is a part of the world that's heating up quite a lot.
Hey, look, Chairman Xi is about to get, I use this term loosely, but reelected by the Chinese Communist Party for life. He changed their constitution. And he's telling his country to prepare for war. He has actually told his military to be prepared to take Taiwan by 2027. And part of that is defeating any U.S. or coalition intervention. And so, look, that means the next president very well could be a wartime president. And God help us if it's Joe Biden. But number one, we have to stop presenting cuts to our military. But number two, this is going to be won or lost economically way before it is militarily. We have to arm up Taiwan, and we have to decouple from China and bring our supply chains back home, because that's the biggest point of leverage. It's one thing to sink our aircraft carriers. It's another thing to choke off American pharmaceuticals, computer chips, and other key supplies.